Hi, I'm Will James, an 11-year-old 5th grader at Eagle Valley Elementary in Eagle, Colorado. I'm involved with the Colorado Division of Wildlife's Riverwatch program. I'm here today to ask you to help us adopt and protect the Eby Creek watershed. We should all pay close attention to the recent mining claim filed in the upper part of the watershed. But even more urgently, we need to raise money to buy the land at the bottom of the watershed. Soon it could be sold and replaced by streets and houses. 56 acres in all includes a clear running creek, important stream-sliding habitats, and wetlands, sagebrush, grasslands, a steep mountain pinyon juniper forest with cactus and ancient cryptobiotic soil. You'll find a wide variety of plants and animals living on this land. It is also a great outdoor classroom for kids, only minutes from school.
Eby Creek provides a rich riparian habitat. This is the land I'm proposing to buy. Hey, check out this geology. It's even close to Eagle, so lots of kids can come and study it. Hey, check it out. It's a perfect place to study exfoliation.
Last spring, I was lucky enough to have an article of mine published in Dragonfly magazine. I was nominated for an environmental award because of it. I'd like to share my article with you. It's called, "Do You Mind Mining?" Can Eby Creek withstand the heavy metals a miner might be putting into it? I am worried because a man from Pennsylvania has moved to town and stakes mining claims along the creek where I live. My question is, can Eby Creek withstand the heavy metals the miner might be putting into it? I decided to investigate. First, I needed to find out how tolerant Eby Creek was. What I mean by tolerant is whether Eby Creek has substances like biocarbonates that prevent the water from getting too acidic. In Riverwatch, we call it measuring the alkalinity and the balance of carbon dioxide in the water. It influences the acidity of the water. Acidic water can harm the life in the creek. What worried me is that mining would put toxic metals into the stream. These toxic metals are even worse for the stream metals than when the water is acidic. But I knew that some substances, called carbonates, can protect the stream from becoming too acidic. And I knew that the minerals like calcium and magnesium indicate the presence of these carbonates. They also have been found to buffer the fish against the effects of the toxic metals. They will bond with them and keep them from penetrating the fish's gills. In Riverwatch, we call this measuring the hardness of the water. If I found high levels of calcium and magnesium in Eby Creek, I would have a better chance for its fish and insects to stay healthy.
Let's go get a sample! Well, we finished collecting our sample. Now it's time to go back to the lab and find out what the results are.
I decided to test the water several miles downstream from where the miner actually was. I also tested a radio station at Eagle River for a comparison. I figured that because Eby Creek is so much smaller than the Eagle River, pollution would harm it more. It looked like I might be wrong. I found that Eby Creek was quite tolerant at my downstream location. The alkalinity was 230 milligrams per liter of calcium carbonate. The hardness was 390 milligrams per liter of calcium carbonate. That was much higher than the levels I found at Eagle River. But then I remembered learning that the geology near the stream always affects the chemistry of the water. I could see that the grayish-brown dirt near the downstream section was different than the red dirt up near the mining claim. The hillsides around the lower section of Eby Creek are made of a mineral called gypsum. Gypsum has lots of calcium in it. It was left after the ancient sea dried up. Pretty cool, huh? Gypsum makes the hardness and alkalinity much higher in this section of the creek. That's good, But what about where the miner would be prospecting? The dirt is red, not the same stuff as downstream.
This is one of the old mines. The miner that's mining in Eby Creek is going to be using a sluice gate.
I decided to get another sample further up Eby Creek, a little ways below the spot where the man had staked his claim. I found out that the stream here was not as tolerant as it was further downstream. The hardness and alkalinity was lower, but still a bit higher than the Eagle River. I took a water sample to send to the lab in Fort Collins, so we could have a before the mine measurement to compare with our future water samples. I'm not as worried about Eby Creek as I was before. It can probably handle more metal pollution than other creeks in Colorado. Still, I hate to see the land torn up after all. Beyond lands, like other public lands, belong to all of us. It doesn't seem right that one person can stake a claim on the land and risk spoiling the place that we all enjoy.
As you can see, after the mining is finished, it's not exactly restored to its natural condition. Man, I can't believe some of the junk you left behind.
I encourage you to talk to your representatives in Congress about updating the mining law of 1872. Unfortunately, once Eby Creek flows past the mining camp, it faces a new threat downstream. Right now, there is 56 acres for sale that includes the bottom half-mile stretch of Eby Creek. Several developers are interested in turning it into a residential area. This will certainly affect the wildlife's habitat and maybe the quality of the water. We lose another place to study science in our own backyard. Please help me raise money to buy this open space before it is lost to development.
Clear blue skies, not too much to ask for. They were here before we came. Will they be here when we're gone?
This spring, 5th graders at Eagle Valley Elementary and 7th graders at Eagle Valley Middle School have expanded the River Watch program by studying the aquatic insects that live in Eby Creek. These bugs are like the canaries in the coal mine. They tip us off to the health of the creek. We found a great number of variety of insects living in Eby Creek. Right now, it is very healthy. Let us keep it that way. Teach kids about science while they're doing it. We'll all be glad we did.